Okay, so what up, Viper here, and today we're gonna continue this theme of over-explained gameplay, where I'm just gonna play and give you every single thought that comes through my mind, why I'm doing this, what I'm thinking next, why do I value this and that in the game, and so on, why do I take all of these actions on a overworld capture run, and let's just get right into it. Okay, so this is gonna be a bit of an interesting one, because I've recently just literally right now today before making this video decided I want to try a new team and I want to go for a Crimson Waste. And because I go to Crimson, in Crimson there's going to be a lot of fire, a lot of earth, and some air. Surprisingly, it's a good amount of air there as well. That's why I decided, okay, I want to play a pretty water heavy team. I was like, well, I don't really have really good, super strong water Illuvials that I can use for my carries and such. Also, there's not that many that I want to level outside of maybe Alfie. The other ones I'm kind of like whatever. So, okay, there was that. Then there's also going to be some air Illuvials. So you want to pair water and nature a bit. That was my way of thinking there. And I do have a phosphorus. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to pair water and nature as my normal team to just, I don't know, counter the hyper of earth and fire, and to not lose if the enemy team just happens to have, I don't know, like 3 out of the 12 Illuvials are air. And yeah, there goes that. And then the 2 Scatterbox, depending on the enemy team setup, I can bring them in to level them, especially also they're just like good units, right? Earth beats fire. They can be pretty strong tanks as well. Okay, so same as always, hit the M key, hit the H key. We look at the heat map. Crimson, a lot of tunnels, so it seems like this is going to be a good tunnel, this is going to be a good tunnel, and here's a good tunnel, plus a big area right here. Let's just start here, and then we can walk on ground, so that's going to be nice. Alright, at the beginning, well, I have the maxed out visor, so I can see. Is there any Illuvials running around here? Not really. Damn, it's a lot of ore, a lot of loot, but I don't see any Illuvials. So yeah, let's go in here. Jumped into some rocks, and okay, the first really interesting thing here, oh, there's like a morphopod shooting, there's multiple ones. Alright, so morphopods in this region, a lot of them shoot at you, pretty dangerous, it can easily kill you. Now the interesting thing, because we're playing testnet and we're playing with a fake Eve, right, like in air quotes fake Eve, I think shooting all the special rocks, so all the like green bluish ones and the yellow ones that have, the yellow ones have gems in them, or more likely to have gems in them, and the other ones are more likely to have shards in them. It's worth it because you don't have to optimize how you spend your energy. Testnet gameplay is more on the time side and less on the how do you optimize the EVE spending. Therefore, even when I'm doing capture runs, I'm just gonna grab those like rare ores for the, yeah, just for the loot basically. Fiery is interesting. I eventually want to get a Fiery because I do want to fuse triple Fiery into a Firerox. That might be useful for me, but currently it's not super relevant. Now here's some Morphopod that's not allowing me to use my drone ability. It's really annoying. Usually I tend to ignore the Morphopods, but then sometimes that does happen, and yeah, I mean in this case it didn't really harm. Could still get the Illuvial. But yeah, definitely worth to clear those morphopods out if it's not just going out of your way. Most of the time though, I'm kind of just running away from them, it's fine. Then yeah, most of the time I'm going for just tier 5 Illuvials. I think those are the rare, the relevant ones especially. Also, we have, I don't know, there's like some bug with capture percentages and whatever. So I'm kind of just using master shards at the moment anyways. Therefore, I really only want to hunt for the super rare ones, essentially tier 5 Illuvials. And yeah, I'll maybe go back and get those theories for sure. Actually, we could just go and get them. This is kind of why I'm thinking, okay, I do want them at some point a little bit, but it's not super crucial. Oh, this one? Oh, it's a Riptor. I thought it's a Riptorus, that would have been nice. I do want to have a third one and fuse for right plants eventually. But yeah, it's like the classic, right? You hit your F key, you slow them down, and then after they're slowed down, you try to be really close, hit the G button with the sword equipped. I think that is a really good combo. Slow down the Illuvial, and then have the homing super high damage projectile missiles off of that sword. And then you just get them really easily. Rainu or any stage 2s are kind of interesting because, well, yeah, you essentially capture 3 Illuvials in one, right? They're already fused, basically. So you save on shards. But, I don't know. I don't value those a lot right now. I mainly try to get the rare ones. Oh, I think I... there was a morphopod that didn't let me use my drone ability. So we wasted the extra damage buff while not having the slow on it. Right. Yeah, when it comes to something like this happening, which happens every now and then, I try to not overload my weapon and just continuously fire at it. I don't think overloading weapon is worth it. I think you should just always aim to be slightly below that. Oh, there's an A-door. A-door certainly worth fighting, so let's jump into that. The thing with ignoring a couple of the tier 4 stage 1s is that I do have to throw master shards at them at the moment, and yeah, I don't know if that's really worth it, because maybe there's just going to be a tier 5 and the tier 4 in the same fight. Now, setting up the fight is going to cost some time, then having the fight play out, and then so on and so on. So yeah, everything is just super time optimized at the moment, and that's what I'm trying to do. Now, fire, earth, nature heavy. So, main idea of this team was to go for essentially this setup. Now, fire, nature, no air, nothing. The Scaraborgs are really, really good. I could go for the third toxic. Actually, that doesn't do a lot. Alright. So, yeah, main idea with my team here was that, yeah, I do want to just have water because water is good in this area, but so is earth if you look at something like this, right? Like fire, this. So these are going to be my main tanks. If this is not my main tank, then I could just, might as well play this for the toxic, honestly. Just needed to deal damage. Alright, then the idea is you always want to have a main tank Illuvial that gets hyper, a bulwark for the damage mitigation. You can check here hyper. And you see Scaraborgs, they get damage reduction like the further this bar goes. If it's 100%, it's 20, and then the additional 20% reduction triggers and max health buff triggers as well. So yeah, we give the percent health healing per second, plus the crazy damage reduction is just going to be an immortal tank. Then this is like my main damage guy. It's not going to get hyper, so that's kind of weak here, honestly. It's weaker than a lot of other units could be, but it's still a, I don't know, stage 3 tier 5 Illuvial, and I give it a really strong consumable, so it should still perform really, really well. Then it's important to check the enemy team for rogues especially, so that you can figure out your positioning. And we can see here, there are a lot of rogues. There's only one on this side and a crazy amount of rogues on this side. So this is gonna jump to the backline, right? It's a Revenant, it's also a rogue, and these also gonna jump to the backline. Usually I only try to have one tank and one Illuvial with a consumable on that, but I'm new to trying this team, so I don't mind giving the backline Scaraborg here also like a small consumable. It's only gonna tank these guys. It's not the craziest thing, but still, I might as well give it a 1. Then we can check the encounter mods. Always important to do this. Additional damage and additional attack speed. That is a bit scary, so I don't want this to just full tank everything the enemy team has, I think, from the beginning. Maybe just gonna go here. This guy can take some aggro off, and we're gonna try to stack our damage dealers on this side, because the rogues are over here. Now, how scary is this in terms of can it kill my Adorido or not? That is a good question. I think we just have the Phosphorus finish that off so that my backline units are fine. I do that by blocking the walking path here so that it just goes backline and kills this. And then we have this, like applying toxic, it can just be here. And yeah, they can just off. Because there's not infinite space here for everything, right? Therefore, I think it's like fine. Just have this run in here. Now the question here in these scenarios, and this is the most overexplained, right? Like, how many more consumables do you go? Because I went, okay, I need my main tank, my main damage here. Like, what else do I need? If I think the fights are really, really easy, I tend to just give experience bonus things to Adorido or like tier 5, not stage 3 Illuvials in general, because I want to get experience on them. And if I just want to like throw random things on like melee units and such, I like Dragon Eggs. I think those are pretty okay. Now this fight, I think I'm looking very strong here. I think this should be a pretty chill win, but it's just because there's a new team and everything. Let's give Illuvium essentially more mega power and energy regions so it can sustain my team in case things don't work out as easy. Alright, that's what I'm thinking here. Let's just start the fight, see how it plays out. I did not block this well enough, so that's really bad now. Yeah, I essentially like had my guys get suicided here. That's... Ooh. Ooh. Can happen. I don't know. I said I'm trying a new team. That's crazy though. The team just like died so quickly. But yeah, it's basically because my phosphorus wasn't blocked well enough and it couldn't help my backline, and my Dorito just died. So yeah, things like that can happen. Happens to me, happens to everybody. We only lost an Ador. It's not that bad. Lost some consumables. It's fine. You move on. You learn from it. Yeah, should just put phosphorus fully into the back and still block it a bit. Essentially, that is the big takeaway there. Also, I thought that I'm good. I thought that I'm really winning that fight. That's why I didn't just pump more consumables, right? I could have had a lot more consumables in play there. Alright, so I kinda, being teleported back is a bit annoying, but I still always try to check, okay, is there any of these morphopods that are dangerous to me? These aren't dangerous, they're just quality of life annoyances. I just like shoot them because I'm talking about something else, honestly. And I just went to the wrong... Oh, there's an Illuvia. I think I went the wrong path, but there's an Illuvia here, so that's nice. Yeah, just try to get to the end and then go essentially not within the tunnels, but on the desert area above ground. It's gonna be a lot faster than the other way around. And there's an Ador and a Fernite. Okay, certainly want to fight this. There's a lot of nature Illuvials, even though it's the fire region though. That's kind of crazy. So my team is not really optimized for beating a nature team. It's like a lot of water, which is not even good versus nature. So yeah, we certainly want to try the double Scarabog again into this, right? Scarabog should be a lot better here. Alright, so that's like the main idea setup here, right? And yeah, it should be the same idea. What are the encounter mods? Are they super damage oriented again? Okay, they are not super damage oriented again, so this should not be this negative surprise again, I hope. Are there any scary rogues again? Yeah, scary rogues here, and one rogue on this side. Okay, but they don't have the attack speed buffs or anything like last time, so we can probably just put the Scarabog here. Scarabog can certainly just tank these. We could even consider to just put the water guy, the water bulwark here. Because I have so many bulwarks that you're just playing double Scarabog for the experience gain. That, yeah, we want to figure out what to do here. Killing fire first kind of makes some sense because I do have nature and they might eventually go hyper, but I also have a lot of earth, so I'm not afraid of them going hyper. But the issue is that most of my team won't get hyper, right? Therefore, maybe I don't want to focus down the earth guy. Maybe we want to focus down nature guys so that my water Illuvials can eventually get hyper here. I think it's okay to just place the Lynx here. Lynx can tank the Gorilla. This can tank these guys. But having Scarabog tank this might be better because then Scarabog can send like a long range utility ability out here. Yeah, I think this fight is basically a lot easier than the last one. We don't want the nature guys to be super close to the fire guys. That's why the nature flash is gonna be on this side. Alright, now it's just like placing consumables and this should not be a problem. I don't think giving... I really don't think that I need to play more. I hope that I'm not gonna regret this. But yeah, I think I should be fine, yeah. I don't think I need to expand more consumables. Now, I'm like, I don't know, very much, okay, I'm gonna try this out, I'm gonna see if it works or not, and I'm fine if I lose every now and then. If you just like feel really bad, you lose a fight like this, just play more consumables than I do, right? Or don't try to play so hard into just leveling Illuvials. I think this makes a lot of sense once you're comfortable with the game, or if you just want to limit test like I do. I just want to keep limit testing, figuring out, can I do this, can I not do this, is this gonna work, is this not gonna work. And yeah, okay, this was a good guess by me. I just sometimes misjudge the encounter mods and how crazy the damage buffs sometimes are, and then if the main tank dies, then the rest of the team just falls apart very easily. So also this team is a very empath team, right? So like Archies, like Caribou, it's not super damage oriented. It's a lot easier to fight those. So it's far easier to just beat the defense oriented encounters from my experience than the ones where there's just a bunch of Illuvials that hit your guys really hard. Because then all of a sudden it can happen that your tank just explodes and then the rest of your team falls apart super quickly. Alright, so we're gonna get an Ador and a Fernite here. That's pretty good. I think tier 4 stage 2s are nice to get as well. Eventually you can just play them like in your team as a good useful Illuvial, and you just farm experience on the side and you get the stage 3s for them. And that's like the main idea, the main skill cap idea, I think, to play teams that have as many tier 5 Illuvials as possible in them to just get experience and then get the stage 3s of them. I'm gonna make a dedicated video talking about just ideas on how to level them efficiently. What are the just, I don't know, major options that I think all have upsides and downsides. So if you guys want to see that video, yeah, just let me know in the comments and I'll definitely make that. Alright, I see like I'm at less than 600 energy. I tend to not go and collect a bunch of the Airgon Rifts because, again, I just value time in the testnet phase. I think the runs and everything are really cheap. If I happen to run into something like this, I'm just gonna shoot it down anyways. I'm gonna see if there's something interesting in here. Well, there's something very interesting in here. Okay, we definitely have to get the Airgon Rifts and... Okay. So we have to find some Airgon Rifts because we need to go to like 600 plus energy again, right? Capturing that ramp fight, like insane. That is like super crazy find. Now, in a real, if you're not talking testnet, right? I would probably be running around more and scanning a lot more. Yeah, okay, now I'm just gonna proc the dome closing by shooting at, I don't know, like a plant like this here. I go down to 160, and then I can shoot an ore and I go down to 100. And now the Airgon Rift should activate. Yep. Go back to 400, I think there was one here. No, it was on the other end. It's kind of cool. I did, I don't know, this is like a shoe on the head kind of moment, right? I did just one take the video. I was like, I'm gonna do one run. Literally the first one ever with that team even. And then we have the find the ramp fight at the end situation. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm at 720. I only need 625 for fighting. So I might as well extract this big autopause at once. Okay, there's another Airgon Rift. I might as well just go for it, right? The big autopods are kind of cool because they have some rare gemstones or like good odds for shards and rare ores and such. So yeah, I think on the side when you're already here, I think it's just worth to get a little bit of it. Alright. Wait. Alright, I don't know why it doesn't show me the scanned version here, but you can check it on the map as well. Alright, very fire heavy, so we're gonna bring in the Scarabox for sure here. Oh, the Flishes died a bit too often, it's fine, I just need it for bonding, just needed to get my Arcanite Ranger, so my Phosphorus has Arcanite active basically. Then yeah, Edorido. And bring in the toxic guys, we bring in the big tank guy. Now this is really easy hyper side for my tanks, right? So my tanks should just be super immortal here, but crit chance and crit amp, so they're gonna hit super hard. This guy's gonna do crazy amounts of damage. So I should not underestimate this. They have a Stoic Lynx in front here, so they do have something that is pretty tanky. They also have 4 rogues in general, so don't underestimate this team. I think this is, I mean, especially I'm fighting ram fights, I'm just gonna full consumables anyways. It's 100% worth it to not just, I don't know, randomly lose a fight like this. Just gonna give the good tank stuff to all of my guys. Gonna give the good damage one here. Good Omega Power and Energy Region one here. And... do I give this guy? That guy could get a Dragon Egg, honestly. Might be better than... yeah, might be fine. I mean, okay, I should give him this. Just to like double make sure. I mean, I'm 100% overkilling this, but I'm really scared of this crit damage and crit amp combo here. So, how do we go about this? I think we go about this from this side. So this is the strongest, these are the 2 strongest tanks, they get the quickest hyper. Gonna have this, like, capture some of the rogues here. Maybe this guy should be capturing the rogues and this guy should be in the front. We can have this guy in between here, honestly. This guy can also just be randomly here, that's fine. This guy is here, Phosphorus is here. The other good damage dealer is here. I need to make sure that they have enough space. And then my ranger can just be here and just find where to go, honestly. Ah, this should be fine. Should be a ram fight. Nice. We killed the ram fight in time. Yeah, everything is really easy here. I super overkilled this 100%, but I think just overkilling for the stage 2 tier 5s is just fine. Because those are so valuable to get. It's kind of funny, right? This run started with me just losing the first fight, and then we kind of brought it back and captured a bunch of really cool stuff. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go back to the obelisk and port out of here after this. And I hope that this was, I don't know, interesting gameplay video. I hope I could explain a lot of stuff. I feel like a lot of good things I said like 20 minutes in only. So I was like a bit out of it after losing the fight and thinking, oh damn, this is gonna suck. But no, I think it's a pretty good video. I'm pretty happy with my run overall. Damn, this is the shittiest stat distribution I've ever seen. But it's fine, it's fine. Is this a Relentless or Nimble? Oh, it's a Relentless, okay. Damn, that's like a lottery ticket as well. That's so crazy. Alright, yeah, I hope this was an interesting gameplay video. I hope you guys could learn something or take something away, especially from me trying to, I don't know, figure out a lot of the min-max things with teams and different teams that can allow you to level as many Illuvials as possible and so on as well. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with this so far. It's actually working pretty well. Obviously would try to have more tier 5 Illuvials in my team, even maybe try some different things and such. But yeah, Crimson is kind of the hard one to farm, honestly. I think Phosphorus is the best damage dealer out of the tier 5 stage 3s, and Phosphorus is like the weakest in this region. So yeah, check obtained screen. It's pretty crazy, honestly. This is on tier 5 stuff alone, right? Tier 4 and tier 5 stuff. Even got a Resplendent Fire Gem, Resplendent Shard on the side. It's really nice to just shoot some of these plants and shards and so on as well, because this is almost another master shot that I can just craft, and I didn't really go out of my way. I just shot at the blue and green deposits, right? And getting these gems is also pretty nice, because eventually you want to have them, you want to need them for weapons, same for the essences and such. And you're like running out of consumables as well, right? So shooting at some plants every now and then for consumables, very, very helpful. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely a bit on the longer side, but I think it was really good. And let me know what you guys want to see next. And that's it. Hope you guys have a good day. See ya.